Hi, I'm Paul with Fenster Tech. We've had several customers reach out to us to try to help them address an issue that they're having with their side entry doors. They're having issues with the striker plate or the latch plate that is located on the frame of the door. This latch plate is being damaged or is being broken. And what's causing that issue is that the entire door itself, now I'm talking about the sash has been adjusted too far towards the latch side of the frame. What happens is when the door is being closed, it's actually hitting too hard against that latch plate. And in many cases, it's actually breaking the latch plate. So we've been shipping the new latch plates out to the homeowners, but that doesn't address the actual problem. Sure, we can correct it, but if you don't make the proper adjustment on the door, then you're going to have this as a continuous issue until the door is adjusted properly. So this door is located in our showroom. So I've already done some adjustments to this door, putting the door out of alignment just for the purpose of this video. As you can see on the actual frame itself, I've actually installed some green painter tape. And what I have done before I actually made the adjustments to the door is I took a small little Sharpie and I made a line on the 3 settings where I had the tape. So that's my original setting. So I know that will work when I put it back into that position. What I have done is I have adjusted this door as far over to the right as it will possibly go, making it hard to close the door because it's actually hitting against the latch assembly on the sash and then the latch plate on the frame. It's hitting too hard. We're not getting that springing effect. And if you were to look closely, you could actually see my original line and then the new setting, original setting, and then the new setting, original setting, and new setting. That looks to be approximately 1/8 of an inch out of position from where I first started with this door. So the door has been shifted over 1/8 of an inch, causing too much tension on the latch plate. So on a door that has a concealed hinge, which is a hinge that you can't see when the door is closed, this is the adjustment. So I'm trying to make this unit go more closer to the hinge side. So I'm using a 4mm Allen key. Now any 4mm Allen key will work, but I'm using a specific one here. So what I'm trying to do now is I want to have this sash, when it's closed, be closer to the frame side. So I'm going to be turning this Allen key, and if you look closely, you can actually see it moving. That has now pulled the entire bottom part of the door closer to the frame, which gives us a little bit more play on the latch side. Now we'll do the same thing on the top of the hinge as well. Now on the top of the hinge, you got to locate the main arm that runs in from the corner. And about 1/4 of the way out on the sash, you're looking for a little bolt that is actually what we call the Q bolt. Now the Q bolt has kind of an oblong shape to it. You're going to need a Torx tool. Now I'm using a T15 Torx. Currently, this Q bolt is set so that the unit is away from the hinge side and it's closer to the latch side. What I'm going to do by using this Torx wrench is insert it into the top, and I'm going to be giving this a clockwise turn. As I'm doing so, the unit is now being pulled closer to the frame side. So you can actually see there are actually marks on top of the Q bolt itself. So that gives you kind of a reference point. So if you want to max it right out, you can start with that but now the door might be too loose on the latch side. But by doing that, it has now pulled the frame closer, or the sash closer to the frame. And the only adjustment that you need to worry about up here is this Q bolt. And that will pull the sash closer. That's what you want to do in this particular situation. Okay, so now that the adjustments are done on the top and the bottom hinge, this door should be back in the original setting that I had checked before I started my video and put it out of alignment on purpose. So now let's close the door and you'll see the difference. Now when I'm closing this door, what I don't want to hear is a loud thud sound that there's actually too much tension on the plate and the latch mechanism. That door closes very nicely. On the green painter tape that I pointed out earlier in the video, the original marks that I had put on the tape are back to those same settings. The marks that I put on after I put the door out of alignment, you can actually see now there is a 1/8 of an inch gap. So that tells me the door is back in its original position and the door should be working fine, which it is. Something we'd like to point out as well. These doors come from Austria. They're a very high-end European product. What we would like to see with these doors, and all doors should be closed very gently. They shouldn't be slammed, which is something that's very common here in North America. We don't want to see this. Because if the door is out of alignment, the latching plate will not be able to absorb that kind of impact and it will break or crack. So this is how we want the doors closed. Now I say this because whenever we call Austria or contact our representatives in Austria and we ask for more of these latching plates, they always reply back in astonishment. How are these plates getting damaged? They don't understand that. In European culture, and we've been to Austria several times for training, we watch them and they all close their doors very gently. They do not slam their doors under any circumstance. Even children are taught not to slam the doors. Think about your high-end automobile that you may have. When you get into that car, you typically gently close the door. You might have a guest or a passenger in the vehicle and they'll slam the door, and then we get mad at them for slamming the door. But for some reason, it seems to be acceptable with doors inside residential homes. We don't want that. We want these doors operated very gently. And then the door will work forever and it will last forever. I hope this video helped you resolve the issue that you're having with your latch plate. My name is Paul with Fencer Tech. Please check out our other videos on YouTube for any other service issues that you may have. Take care.